So I was about to start and Zio come in the room, so I had to go and you might hear him crying in the background a little bit there. He wants to be part of today's session. All right, so let me load up this. What is going on? Immediately I seen somebody here doing some other bandits user boy. Doing some naughtiness here, boy. All right, yeah, so I was a couple seconds late. I apologize. As I was about to click live, my youngest son ran in the room and he would make a whole set of noise and throw down items and that kind of thing. So how you all doing? Everybody's fine. Let me see if I can load up my stuff. You all know what is today. You all know what we're doing today. Big things are going. Big things are going today. Today we're gonna do SEA sample paper. Where's the scene? Yeah, we're gonna hit them a little mock test today. Can I present? Can I present my screen, please? So there we go. All right, so I'm seeing now we have about 500 people here already. So you all hit like, share it up in your WhatsApp groups, and let's get ready to rumble. So I'm going to, how do I, oh yeah, it's already shared there. How do I do this? Like this, like this, like this. So it's already shared. So today is our first mock SEA 1, maths of course, and then next week we'll do another one, mock SEA 2. So we already did a NGSA, and I did 2 more NGSAs last year. NGSA on my channel, not the Student Hub channel, on my channel, right? So I hope you're all excited for this. All the new people, shout out. I forgot to grab some of the comments from last week's video, but keep at it. I appreciate all the feedback. I'm seeing so many of y'all doing better in exams, getting close to 100%. Some people saying 100%. What scores y'all making in exams? Y'all seen improvement? Is this benefiting you? That's a big encouragement for me. Shout out to all the new people. If there are some people here for the very first time, well, wow, you missed out on the first few weeks. You missed out on the first few weeks, so you can always go back and watch them. So what we are doing today is an SEA maths paper. So this one is Trinidad. The NGSA was Guyana, and I want to get in one for Grenada. And the not next week, the following week after next week, we'll get in a practice test for Grenada. So that's CPEA, and maybe we'll get in one for Jamaica as well. All of these exams right across the Caribbean, they are very similar. So it doesn't matter whether you're from Trinidad, Guyana, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent. Once you are going from primary school to secondary school, once you're doing that placement exam, these sessions will benefit you. So shout out to the people who shouting out their percentage there. I see Daniel says 94, 94%, 90 something, 100%. Oh no, somebody said they made 30%. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You can still push and get better. 66 out of 75. So you notice people saying things out of 75 because the SEA exams is usually out of $98. What kind of exam you didn't know? I want to do that exam, but they're not giving you percentages, they're giving you dollars for that exam. Oh, so yeah, SEA exam is usually out of 75 marks, the maths judges. So write in words the number, y'all, we're just going to dive into it. So splash, make the splash sound for me there. Splash. And let's get going. Write in words the number represented in place value chart below. So we have 7, wait, did I write it in words? 709,000. You treat this as like one bracket, right? And this will be 560. So 709,000, comma, 560. So some parts of the Caribbean, we don't use the and here. It's not customary to use the and. So some parts don't use the and. Some will say 709,560. As weird as that sounds to some of your ears, right? So some people skip all the and, but I know in SCA we want to keep that and in there, right? So 709,560. Number 267 is triple. When we triple something, when we double something, double mean multiply by 2. Triple means number undo button stop working already. My little undo shortcut stop working already earlier. Triple means multiply by 3. And what does quadruple? I'm not gonna say it, but why are you gonna use to multiply by 4? So if we triple this 267 and we multiply by 3, 3 by 7 is 21, bring down the 1, 2, 3, 6, 18, 22. 3 by 2 is 6 plus 1, 801 is the answer. Big up Taisha. Every time I look up, I see Taisha name in the answer. Taisha from a class day. Performance Taisha. What is up, Taisha? I've seen some other names here just clocking off that 801, right? How many of you all had the exercise before and did it before? Do you all know new people? Do you know that I share it on Wednesdays on a Facebook group? A lot of parents are in that group. I think it's something like 5,000. I don't want to get the wrong number, but it's a good bit. So what is the largest odd number that can be formed using the digits 5, 4, 9, and 2? So you all go ahead and do that. I think my son at the door again, so I want to check something. Mic mute. All right, let's start following, right? Yeah, put the answer. I'm coming in now. I'm coming in. No. I tell you, some snacks I have here. So I don't want to show these snacks because these people never sponsor my thing. So if a snack company see if they're working for some snack company here, and I'm calling names, and they want to be the official snack of the Sunday revision session, and they don't know what to do. Like for break time, they remind me I have some snacks for break time. I can't say the snacks. What is the largest odd number that can be for no free advertise for using the digits 5, 4, 9, and 2? We want the largest odd number. So I want to put the smallest number at the end, that's 2. And I'm going to put the biggest numbers now, starting with 9. Really, I would try with the largest odd number. Can't put 2 at the end, boy. Hard luck there, boy. 2, boy. You see the odd number, so I can't put 2 at the end. So who I could put at the end? What's the smallest one? 5. I don't want to put the 9 at the end because I want the 9 to be there so I can use it to bolster and make a big number. Now, I want the largest. So I have 4 and 2 still to place. So I wouldn't put 9, 4, 2, 5. Would I put that? Yeah, I could put that because the 4 gets to go in the stronger place value. And the 2 will go here. If I do 9, 2, 4, 5, that's actually smaller. So I hope you all see me brainstorm this and strategize here properly. So 9, 4, 2, 5, proper things. Like you keep pumping. 4.57 times 0.06. So we want to just kind of ignore the decimal signs for now and multiply like normal. 6 sevens are 42. 4 goes there. So 30 plus 4, so 34, 6 fives. 3 goes there. 6 fours are 24 plus 3 is 27. And now those decimal points that we ignore need to find their way back. So it's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that decimal point needs to join back over there. So the answer is 0.2742. And we keep pumping. We are doing our SEA practice exam. Write the missing number below to make the statement correct. Now the square root of 256 is 16. How many of you all know your square number tables up to the number 20? Some of you all know it up to 12. Some of you all know it up to 15. Some of you all know it up to 20. Some know it up to 25. Now, I always say try to know up to about 16, because sometimes you can see these little square roots and things pop up. all up to 16 and stuff. You should definitely know stuff like what 15 squared is. What is, now squared means multiplied by itself, right? So 15 times 15, do you know what that is? Do you know what 14 times 14 is? 13 times 13, 12 squared, everybody should know from here down. You should be able, if you're walking down, excuse me, if you're walking down Charlotte Street, you should be able to spot a square number any distance, plus 72. So 16 plus 72 is 88. 88 minus 21. Now, that's what I'm tempted to do here, but I know that's not what I'm supposed to do. Right now, I have figured out what the left-hand side is. The left hand is 88. So, I don't want to say 88. Wait, somebody said I did something wrong. 801, 549. What is it? What is this person talking about? 801. See somebody in the chat that is you. No. Now you notice people quarreling over these. People quarreling over the largest odd number one, and people quarreling over this one. What's the problem with this one? People just take the 88 and minus 21 and they get whatever they get. What they get when they do that? 67. But is 67 minus 21 the same as 88? No. So do you know what you're supposed to actually do? This is going to sound crazy to some of you all who subtracting. You have to add that 21 in there. This is on the left-hand side. I want this box to make the statement correct. So I'm supposed to say 88 plus 21, and watch how this is going to happen now. 9, 10. So 109 goes in the box. Now, I'm not saying that 88 is equal to 109. I'm saying 88 is now equal to 109 minus 21, and it works out now. 109 people, are they feeling vindicated, right? Everybody who said 109, are they feeling like a boss now? Arrange the following numbers in ascending order. What is this free max, boy? At this stage in the game, I don't think I need to explain this. But let me just be silent and pay attention. Next thing I get it wrong and I look bad here, ascending order going up, right? Ching, 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 bing, bang, boom, bang, boom. Right, good. Right as a mixed number, so 12 goes into 137 how much times? Well, 12 12s are 144. So I know it's not 12, it's probably 11. And I know 11 times 12 is 132. So it's 11, and from 132 to 137 is 5. So the remainder goes over the divisor. So that's our mixed number there, 11 and 5 12s. Consider the bills below, using the bills above. What is the least amount of bills I can use to get $93? So you want to start with the big bills and keep using them until you can't use them anymore. So the first thing I'm going to use is $150. So 93 minus 50 is some kind of 43 or some kind of thing like that. I can't get any more $50 out. Wait, so they give me now $10 to use. Can I give me a little 20 or something? All right. Next up, I'm going to use $8 $5. 8. So that was $150. Now I want to use $8 $5, and you all know why? Because 8 5s are 40. And that's the next biggest bill I could use. So I use $8 $5, and then I'm going to use $3 $1. That, I think that make it, eh? That make it. So I have 50 plus 40 plus the 3. Understand? 150, 8 5 40, 3. So how many bills? I need to answer the question. What is the least amount of bills I can use to get that? So I need to count up the bills. Where I have this number: 1, 8, 3, 12. 12. So the answer is 12. 12 bills. I've seen real 12s in the chat. You're cooking at Ramco gas this time, man. Ramco is the only people here that get free sponsorship. What is the time shown on the clock below? Ramco and the student tab. the student will get free sponsorship every day. What is the time shown on the clock below? This real sus. I need, if there are any teachers in the student are watching this, I kindly ask for this to be a little shifted a little more so, because it's sus right now. What's going on with this clock? I never see a clock work like this before, because it isn't looking like it fully past 4 yet. You understand what I'm saying there earlier? So technically, a student can say 307. That's one. The second thing is in SCA, we normally, if you look at all the past papers, you'll see they always point towards a 5. So they never give you a time like 307. They always give you like 305, 310, 315, 320, 325. So I need this question edited. So somebody could probably send me a message if they're watching this. I need this to push around a little bit. So 307 is correct, but 47 is looking like what they wanted it to be. But it hasn't crossed the 4 o'clock mark yet. So this clock ain't working properly earlier. Because 307, the hour hand would have just passed 3 like this. So this question has me angry. I am angry now at that question. in celebration of International Children, let me forget number 9 ever existed. In celebration of International Children's Day, 6 boxes of chocolates were purchased to be shared equally. Excuse me. Among 36. Just now, I'm still recovering my emotions right now. In celebration of International Children's Day, 6 boxes of chocolates were purchased to be shared equally among 36 Standard 5 students. It has so much numbers going on here. I should just remember 36. Standard 5 is an adjective here in this case. 6 boxes, right? So these are the important numbers. I don't care that it's Standard 5 students. Each box contains 1.5 dozen. Ooh, dozen. What is a dozen, class? 1.5 dozen is equal to how much? That's 1 box. 1 box is equal to that. So 6 boxes. 6 boxes will be, so 1 dozen is 12. Very good. Emir and I don't even know how to pronounce this name. I'm calling you by your last name, Hajari. And of course, 1.5 dozen will be 12.5 of 12, which is 18, right? So, Fatty, you need to improve, 47 out of 75, you can get better than that. So keep it up, keep at it. Once you're improving, once again, better improving. Wait. 1 box is, again, carried away. 12.5 of 12, which is 6, which is 18, right? 1.5 dozen. So 6 boxes will be 18 times 6. What is 18 times 6 now? That's even very familiar to me. So 6 eighths are 48. Put the 8 here, put the 4 there. 108. Hmm. 108. Why am I not seeing that? 2 times 9 times 6. 12 times 9. Yeah. So, okay, I can just break it down like that. Anyhow, so 108. Where's this chocolates? We're getting distracted. Chocolates, chocolates, and 36. So 3. So that's for 36 students. So if I have one of those students, one student would be 108 divided by 36. Going to be 3 chocolate. 3. The answer is 3. All right, so we've seen some nice scores here from my boy Thomas. Keep it up, Thomas. And we keep pumping. An incomplete pattern is shown below. 45-37 is going down. Is it going down by a consistent common difference? Let's check. 5 and 3, 8. So it lost 8. Now it loses 7. Don't tell me you're going to lose 6. I'll see how we do it. See how we unlock these patterns. So then I think it's going down by 5 next. 19 sound like a good number to put right there. And we got to keep it pumping. I do have another class after this with my standard fives. Daniela left school at 3:15 p.m. and arrived at 4:05 p.m. How long was that journey? 4:05, 3:15. Looking too bad. Looking like 15, 45, and 5, 50 minutes. Oh. Something missing here? Not another question to get me angry. Well, it's going down, but something is missing here. There's a typo here. Let me see if I find the source document. Yeah, something is missing there. This is supposed to be 15, right? So y'all don't worry about that. Anyhow, so the answer is 15 minutes. If we take one from this tree, we get 60 over here. So this turns to 65. 60 plus 5 is 65, and 65 minus 15 is 50 minutes. So we have 50 minutes taking place here. What is the length of the blackboard duster? So it starts off, so we want the initial, that's 2.5 centimeters. And the ending is 9.5 centimeters. So that's now, is it 5 I need to subtract? It's 4. So 15 is the missing number. Y'all, I see the source document, so it should be 15. So 9.5 minus 2.5 is 7.0 centimeters. So 7 centimeters. And we keep it pumping. You're all going really good. An outline shape is shown on this 2 centimeter grid. It's a compound shape. It's made of 2 rectangles. So what is the area of the shape, right? So this should be a compound shape, or then this line shouldn't be here. So now we need to count how many boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We need to also check and make sure, use this as like a key to find out how much 1 square is. 1 square is actually side times side, 2 times 2 is 4 centimeters squared. So I have 21 full squares. So that's going to be 4 times 21. So you all give me what that number is right there while I check out the other thing. The other thing is that I have 2 half squares here. I have to assume that they are halfway. So 2 halves is equal to 1 square, which is just basically 4 centimeters squared. So 4 times 21 is not 88, but 84, right? Very good, 84. I guess you all added the 2 together one time. So we have 84 plus 2, so that's 88 centimeters squared for this, and we keep it pumping. Good job, guys. So there's 2 things to watch out for in this paper. 2 issues. This should be a 15, and this, our hand, I think they meant to put it a little past the 4. So that's number 9 and number 11. Hopefully I don't see any other problems. Hopefully I don't see any problems. I counted properly. I think so, because most people get through. Vedan has a bowl of peanuts. What is the mass? So what is this called? What is this situation called here? It's empty. It should be 0, but it's not pointing 0. What do we call that situation? And when it's filled, now we're assuming that it only spun once, right? It spun up to 6.5. This reading here is 0.5. What do you call that? Now, this is called a scale. I saw somebody said scale. Somebody telling me to turn it into a speed run. Now, we're just going at a normal pace. But this particular situation is given a name. The scale is heavy. It's called a, in case you never heard of it, it's called a zero error. The scale has a zero error. Right? So we learn more about that in secondary school. There's a systematic error here. So this scale is always 0.5 heavier than it should be. So now that Vedan peanuts is weighing 6.5 kilograms, that's a lot of peanuts, Vedan. It's not supposed to be. What do you think? Do you think I should add the 0.5? Some of you all are adding the 0.5 and some of you all are subtracting it. Not all of you all are correct. One of you all are correct. One answer is correct. Do we add it or do we subtract? It depends on the type of zero error. So you notice this zero error is pushed this way. That means 0.5 is already accounted for. So you have to actually subtract. Right? So this zero is for add 0.5. So you have to subtract it. Remember, like, you all remember when we were doing a bunch of unequal sharing the other day and we had an excess and we have to remove the excess? This is just like that. There's an excess that we have to take away. So the real reading is 6 because we can clearly see 6.5 minus 5. Now, you would have added if the zero error was in this direction. So if it's 0.5 backwards, that means the scale has to get 0.5 extra, then go all the way around. So that's when you would add the error. So I'm glad a lot of you all put 7 there so we get it cleared up. Everybody press like on the video. How many vertices are there in the solid below? Now, it's unfortunate that we weren't shown the back of the solid. I have to assume that this is a cube. Because, I mean, what else it could be? They had to be wicked to have some kind of fancy thing going on in the back there. And everybody know that a cube has how many? A cube has how many vertices? How many vertices in a cube? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So eight vertices in a cube. How many edges? I feel like I was doing this in my class just the other, either the NGSA class or the Standard 5 class. How many edges? How many faces? How many faces? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. Think in terms of a dice. When you roll a dice, how many sides on a dice do you do? How many numbers do you get? 6. How many edges? The edges is the one with a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have 12 edges. Very good. So draw the lines of symmetry in the shape below. I know there's one that should go down the center here. Woo! I get it perfectly first time. Bang! And then there's one that should go right across here. I don't think I get this one perfect. So I'll just shift this around a little bit. Come down there, my friend. Now this one's starting to look like he could go to the left a little bit. Now there's our lines of symmetry, 2 lines of symmetry. And we actually needed to draw them. The mean of 3 numbers is 15. 2 of the numbers are 13 and 17. What is the third number? So the sum, and all these mean questions, I was doing this in a school recently. Shout out to St. Peter's private primary school. I was doing it something like this. So the mean of 3 numbers is 15. So if you have the mean being 15, the sum is always the mean times the number of items you have. So that's 45. And then you work out how much you have so far. So hold on. Isn't this 2 less than 2 more than 15? So the answer is just 15. Because I could just kind of like balance it there. But let's do the long way. So far, we have 13 plus 17, which is 30. So missing is going to be, to get to the total, is 45 minus the 30, which is 15, which we already got. Name the type of triangle shown below. I'm seeing all the sides equal. Now, it doesn't look like it. It's not drawn to scale. that type of triangle looks a little more like this. This one looks a little isosceles. These angles are clearly bigger on the diagram than this one. So it could fix a little bit, but it's supposed to be an equilateral triangle. So we can't trust our eyes here. We have to, well, we could trust reading with our eyes here, but we're not supposed to like gauge the angles there. So we're going good so far. The tally chart shown below shows the amount of stickers each student received. A little food in front of me, that's snacks. Seen some food over there. Some wontons just come in here. It might have to break this session. You know, I don't really like the breaks, and it's not too much food in front of me that I have some breaks here, boy. Everybody wants to know how many questions. Those of y'all who do a lot of essay pass people, can you tell them how many questions in essay? The tally chart below shows the amount of stickers each student received. Which students receive the modal number of stickers? So the mode is Bianca, boy, big up Bianca. Bianca, 5, 10, 15, and 16, 17. Why it takes so long to add 2, boy? The mode is the most occurring. Now, don't go and put 17 here. You have to put Bianca. Now we keep going. 10 minus 3 and a quarter. So I could just say 10 minus 3 is 7. And, oh, sorry, not a quarter, 4 sevens. So then if I subtract 4 sevens from that, I will get 6 and 3 sevens. So that's the kind of quick mental way. The long working that they show you back in the days. Wait. Well, oh, are you telling them how many questions? I don't know why I type in 40. I get real confused there, but wait. So 10 minus 3 and 4 sevens. So another way to do it is to say 10 minus 3, and then we have 0 minus 4 sevens. But we can't use these 0, so we just take one from this. So this is 9. And the one that comes across here becomes 7 out of 7. You understand? A whole. And now we have 9 minus 3, 6, 7 minus 4 is 3 sevens. So anyway you do it, 6 and 3 sevens should be what you put in this little line here. Express the answer to the sum below as a decimal fraction. Well, this is good for us because we have the numbers according to place values. He will go in the ones. This 2 over 10 will go in the tenths. And where do you think this is going? Where do you think that's going? Hundredths. Now, they mix it up. Who tell them to mix it up so? But I small thing, we know what to do. 1 start first. Then I'll put the tenths. There's nothing like ones, so the 1 put no 0 there. And then the 7 will go there. So 5.27 is the way to go. Well done, XO Jordan. I don't know if that's Jordan from my NGSA class. And Boyo and Dulari. Everybody else, right? 23 is about footballers from the student hub football team. There's no such thing as the student hub football team, but maybe there will be in the future. Ran laps around the field to warm up. The number of laps made and the number of footballers are stated below. How many footballers ran less than 6 laps around the field? Oh, this is give students real trouble, and you gotta be able to read the graph properly. So this is if you ran 4 laps, 2 students ran 4 laps, 5 laps, 4 students ran 5 laps. You all understand how what they are saying? Number of laps ran 6. How many students ran 6 laps? 3 footballers. 7 laps. 2 students ran 7 laps. Now let's read this. Less than 6. Less than 6 means don't include anybody who ran 6 because it has to be less than 6. So I'm looking at all here. How many people ran 5 laps? 4. How many people ran 4 laps? 2. So how many footballers ran less than 6 laps? 4 plus 2 equal 6 footballers. Do you understand? Rate out of 10, how much you understand everything so far? So that's 23. And we keep it pumping. A 7-seater car was hired to carry a group of friends to watch Kiddies Carnival in Port of Spain. If 3 cars arrive, how many more must arrive in order to carry 42 persons? Well, it's a 7-seater. So 3 cars something in Siemens, I'm losing some continuity here because they say a 7-seater car was hired, and then 3 cars arrive. So it must be 7-seater cars, right? 7-seater cars were hired to carry children there. If 3 cars arrive, how many more must arrive in order to carry 42 persons? So you have 3 cars. I think that's how it should go. 3, so 7 times 3 is 21 cars so far. How many must arrive? And this number divisible by 7, so that dead giveaway. So remaining, wait. How many more must arrive in order to carry 42 persons? Oh, so these 3 cars reach, you understand that? You all ever had to go on a field trip before in primary school? We don't normally use 7-seater cars for field trip. We use whole big maxi. Well, let me say we are using 7-seater car. The 3 of them reach, but it's 42 students. 3 of them reach. 3 could hold 21. So you need to organize yourself, bro, because we have a next 21 to go. So we need 3 more cars. Right? So you can hold all the 42. Okay. Okay, so 2, why? So somehow when I bounce out my stuff, it doesn't show how it shows on the original. So 2 vendors sell oranges. So we had to read this like this earlier. Sorry about that. At the prices shown. So you're watching the vendors' prices here. All right, let me see what they have. What is the cheaper price of 45 oranges between vendor 1 and vendor 2? 5 oranges for $9. 5 oranges, $9. So 45 oranges gonna be 9 times 9. 5 goes into 45 9 times. I need to multiply by 9, right? So 45 divided by 9. Yeah, so 9 times 9, $81. 3 oranges for $7. I'm trying to reach all the way up to 45 oranges. So how many groups of 3 are in 45? I will actually do this one like 45 divided by 3. How many groups of 3 go into 45? Is it 15? It's 15. So 15 times 7. So how much is 7 times 15? Somehow 7 times 15 feeling more than 81. 7 times 15 feeling like 70 plus an additional something. So, nah. What is the cheaper price? The cheaper price. Now, the question is, what is the cheaper price? So the cheaper price is $81. And in brackets here, I might put vendor 1. This vendor is so much more expensive. Let me see. $7 for 3. Yeah, I'll be watching it in the supermarket, and in the market here, 7 for 3. So could sound better than $9 for 5, but it's not. Actually, this is way better. This is way better. $9 for 5 is way better than $7 for 3. Because look, you're buying 45. This person ended up paying how much? $105. This person pay $81. That's a big difference there, boy. Gotta watch it. For every 15 green. Is this spell correct? Is this a thing? Because I know bubbles is bubbles, right? So I don't know. Is that a special name for some kind of Christmas decoration? What is BAUBLES? Yes, a showy trinket or decoration. Use that in a essay. Essay thing. But next thing the teacher, I don't know where, but it's not me correcting all the essay thing. It'll be an English teacher, an English person. They must know what this is. This is actually something. So on the shopping centers Christmas tree, there are 10. So this is correct. There are 10 gold tinsel strips. if a total of 175 decorations are used, how many? So this is a group. In the group, we have, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, 15 baubles. Baubles? Pronounce. And yeah, let me ask them to pronounce it for me. I don't know if I ever hear it. Bauble. Bauble. That's what they say, bauble. Right. So if we have in a group, we have 15 at the baubles and 10 of this. So each group consists of 25 decorations. And a total of 175 decorations were used. So how many groups we had? The number of groups will be 175 divided by the 25, which is 25 will go into that 4 and 3, 7 times. So 7 groups. So how many of them were gold tinsels? We had 7 groups, and in each group, there's 10 gold tinsels. So the gold tinsels in total, if each group has 10 and there are 7 groups, would be 7 times 10, 70 gold tinsel strips. So 70 is the, let's see, go 27. We're racing here, boy. Y'all, we're gonna have a break when we reach 30. So remind me when we reach 30 to have a break. A school is organizing desks for a classroom. The number of desks in the classroom is a factor of 36. After moving 3 desks out, the remaining number of desks can be evenly arranged into rows of 5 desks, meaning it's a multiple of 5. That's multiple of 5 talk. How many desks in the classroom? Well, what are the factors of 36? So the factors of 36 are 1, 2, I know all these numbers, they're too small, 3, 4, too small, 6 starting to look like good things, but if I remove 3, I'm not going to be in a nice place there. Where else? We have 6 by 5, so no, 6 by 6, 6 by 6, 7, 8. We have 9 by 4, and then we get into the big numbers. This is where it starts to get exciting. We also have 12 by 3 and 2 by 18. This number already looking very attractive to me. Now I want to remove. Why are people saying 12? If I say it's 12 in the beginning and I remove 3, that's I'll get 9. So I can't use 12. I'll get 9. Can't use 12. When I remove the 3 desks, it must be a factor, or it must be a multiple of 5. So you see why 18 was looking very attractive to me. 18 had love in my eyes. Yeah? 18 looking very nice. Because 18 minus 3 is 15. And if I have 15, I could have 5 desks this way, and I can just repeat that 5 desks, 3 groups of 5. Y'all understand? So 18 is it. 18 is it. Calculate the volume of the cube shown below. So to get the volume of a cube, you need to multiply that side by itself 3 times. So the volume is side by side by side, which is 17 times 17. So I'm really going to make me multiply 17 times 17. Let me do it sideways multiply for now. 749, 4 7 ones, so 111, 119. 119 is not a prime number. Wow, boy. 119 is 17 times 7. That's amazing. Yeah, boy. I'll remember that 119 divisible by 17 and 7. So 982. 289. We done? No, we ain't done. We are going to multiply this 289 by the next 17 again. Let's do this one like this style of multiplication. So you put your 0 here, that's a 0 placeholder. I leave this out all the time, and students will be quarreling with me when they see me in the streets and things. Anyhow, but there's no change the price of the milk. This is the milk here, same price. So 289, 7 times 9, 63. So let's put that 3 there. Let's put it 6, 7, 8, 56. So that's going up to 62 actually, when I add the 6 afterwards. So 2, 6, 7 2s are 14. So that looks like a nice 20 there. Very close to each other, but this is 1 and this is 7, so it makes sense. And 3, 1. A little number ending 13, here boy, and 9, 4. Excuse me. So you have to do a bunch of multiplication there. You all remember? So 4, 9, 1, 3. So I got the call here. Then I taught a class, and that class was real hard to teach, boy. That Sunday session. If you all go back and watch it, you just see me sniffling and sneezing and coughing and thing. Then I kind of recover, so that was last week. All you know, I come and get back a next variation of the call this week. So now I'm now getting over a next variation of the call. So these last 3 weeks was rough, boy. These last 3 weeks was rough to teach the Sunday session. No energy and the call. So complete these shapes using, but next week when I be real nice. Next week I'll be back to full 100. Complete the shape using PQ as the line of symmetry. So you all know how I say to do this. I think I need to block this person. Yeah, I was seeing some naughtiness happening there, boy. All this Sunday is not a good day to be naughty. Yeah? If you want to be naughty, Tuesday. pick Tuesday and do it at home with your parents to see. That's how to be naughty, brave. You can't be naughty on a Sunday anonymous on YouTube. That's not looking good. You're not representing yourself there. I can't live with myself if I know. The only time I could be naughty is on YouTube when I'm anonymous. What kind of human being is that? You're not coming up as a good human being there. As you might pass the maths test by feeling as a human being there. Don't feel as a human being. Just because you have anonymous. Just because you feeling anonymous, nobody know who I am. Maybe I will say something. Maybe I will say something ridiculous because nobody knows who I am. Ain't looking too good there. So what I would recommend for that, and the students know about this, is to touch grass, right? Usually that cures it. So when you go outside and you get some sun. Because most of the people who naughty on YouTube, the reason is it doesn't go outside and thing that way. So a little trip outside, see the birds, watch the squirrels climb up the tree, see God's beautiful creation. All of a sudden, you realize there's more to life than writing rude comments on a video that have so many kids from all over the Caribbean. What type of person are you, right? So the person who are just banned and blocked there, and you're hearing me still, you need to check yourself, because that is most likely an adult. That is most likely an adult, judging by the comments. No, I was distracted there. I was distracted. So let me see if I'm doing this thing correctly. So we have one marked off there. What we want to do is make sure we go the same distance from the mirror line. So 1, 2, you understand? For each vertex. That is my secret method. 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now it seemed like the person who made this joined two grids together here. Feeling a kind of suspiciousness happening there. However, you're recycling your grids. You're recycling your grids. So big up. And then 1, 1. That's now. We have tutors here. I think Khadija is here. Somehow it's not looking like something looking a little shaky, but I think it's correct. I think it's correct. I just block in a couple of people here. It seemed like a couple of students. Yeah. Yeah, Khadija, so you just double check the comments. It look like we have a surge of non-grass touchers day. All right, but I blocked most of them, if not all of them. Okay, so yes, I did visit St. Peter's Private Primary School recently. Maybe, when was that? Tuesday or something like that. Study the number pattern below. 1, 9, 15, 25. What are these numbers? They're missing 2. Sure, they're missing 2. This is because I know these numbers. These numbers are square numbers. Let's see what is squared. 1 squared, 3 squared, 5 squared, 11 squared. So I'm starting to see the plot here now. I'm seeing the plot here now. This was a sneaky one, boy. You understand? So you must be able to spot your square. You see why I tell you about these square numbers? You must be able to see them in the streets. You must be able to see them and grab them. Just grab them. Just grab them. Oh, you all know your square numbers really good? After this, we're supposed to take a break, right? So what is missing here? This is odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. It makes sense. So that's 49, and 9 squared is 81. So we're going good. What is the 9th number in this pattern? Wow. So we really had to figure that one out, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me. 13 squared, 15 squared, 17 squared. So 17 squared is how much? All these squared bosses, 17 squared is a kind of hard square number to remember. I think it's 289. How do we remember this, boy? There's no rhyme to the madness here. 289. 16 squared is 256. This is a popular one. Now, if you forgot what 17 squared is, you could come back and multiply it here. No, don't frighten. You can multiply it. 49, 49, 34 there, 7 by 1, 7 plus 4, 11, and you get back here, you're 289. So, don't frighten to multiply it out if you had to double check it, but it will help if you know it. Kimura, you'll see what happened in here. You see what happened in here. That's number 31. And our food here getting cold, and we were supposed to take a break at number 30. And you know, nobody respects a break more than me. So guess what? It's break time. This break time, you're not going to touch grass. This break time, feel free to eat. We have 1:54 on the clock. So let's see if we can get back by 1:50. Let's see how much things I can get. Maybe we'll tackle the 1 and 6. No. Camera moving. No camera showing you all my whole room. I gotta get a room reveal probably later this month. So all of a sudden, this turned into a whole mukbang channel here. People, if you want me to visit your primary school, I'm pretty much booked up. But the procedure is that you message the students up and you arrange with my admins. Them wontons doing what they're supposed to do right now. Can you tell me what you're eating right now? What are you eating right now, ladies and gents, boys and girls? Right now, I'm dealing with a shrimp wonton, say. Pizza. cookie, barbecue, bread and cheese, chips, Sprite, popcorn, nothing, air, sorry for all the wind eaters out here. What? Oh no, some people fasting. I apologize to all the people that fasted and watching this stream. Right now, they're probably watching me in horror, like mouth watering and things. I'm sorry. I was fasting in January. Grass, fudge. If you're allowed to drink water, drink some water. Fasting people. Or maybe close your eyes for 2 more minutes. Alyssa, give me a chance, please. Alyssa, I had the message your mother again. Sushi. Well, eating fancy out here, boy. How much more time you have for the break? Some people who fasting can't drink water either. I'm sorry. So I can just walk in your school. Like, a lot of people saying, sir, come to my school. I can just walk in your school just so it don't work so. Fries, cheese sticks, Sunday lunch, air. Keisha says, big up all the Muslims. Cristiano, your friend, wants you to have a happy birthday. And just like that, break done. My wontons done, break done. We made it through the wontons. If things looking good, you might have a next breakthrough. These break things is, I now understand the importance of the break earlier. I was fighting it now, but these break things is good and good. To make the break effective, you need food. That is why I like the break so much. Let's be eating during the breaks, right? Let's be eating during the breaks. I now understand the logic of the breaks. I catch it now. I see the vision. So number 31. Kimura decided to make ribbons for a party. I see the people who had to close their eyes coming back in now. How many ribbons, each of length 30 centimeters, can she make? 6.5 meters. Well, firstly, we should know that 6.5 meters, well, every meter is 100 centimeters. A half will be 50. So this is 650 centimeters. And she needs to use 30 centimeters. So we're just really checking to see how many times 30, excuse me, can go into 6.5, right? 650. So how many times does 30 centimeters go into that? Doesn't go in exact. Problem. Well, let's see what happens. So 650 divided by 30. So we've seen how many? 0, 0. 3 goes into 65 how many times? 3 goes into 6 2 times. Nice and crisp. But see that 5 is a problem. 3 only goes into 5 1 time. And there's a remainder of, well, I want to say 2/3. But we can't do anything about the 2/3 because that's 2/3 of a ribbon. So we want to know how many whole ribbons. So it's going to be 21 whole ribbons. So you're not really allowed to put the 2/3 here. This is one of the questions where they want you to assume the whole value to get the whole value. So you always round down. Find the perimeter of the shade below if this square is 2 by 2. So every one of this is 2 centimeters. So let's go ahead and get the perimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So a shape like this that's drawn and enclosed will always be an even number like this. Once the sides are diagonal, the number will always be even because it have 4 sides. Doesn't matter if the 4 sides are, or excuse me, if you split it up, if you split a side, there'll always be an even number of blocks. You understand what I'm saying? Unless they tell you like one of these sides is 3 centimeters, then in the end your number could be odd. Or 1.5 or something like that, maybe. Actually, anyhow, once you're counting up the side of the squares, you're always going to get an even number. So like if I counted this and I get 21, I know I'm wrong. One time. It will always work out to be an even number. Go and draw anything on the grid and you'll see it'll always work out to be an even number. So that's a little tip there you could use. 22 times 2, because usually if people make a mistake, it's usually by 1 and they get an odd number. 22 times, did I say 22 times 2 is 44? Did I get 22, right? 22 times 2 is 44. So those of you all who got 21, the answer is 44 centimeters. 3/11 of a number is 42. What is 5/7 of the same number? So 3/11 equal 42. Whole would be 42 multiplied by the reciprocal. So we learned this technique. Some people have some other techniques under wraps. So, and then 5/7 of the whole is going to be that 42 multiplied by 11 over 3. And then you multiply by 5/7. So the reason I didn't work out the whole is because I see that 7 goes into 42 and that's a little easier. 7 will go into 42 how many times? Not 6 times. And then 3 will go into 6 times. 3 will go into 6 not 2 times. And then really all we have is 10 times 11. 2 by 5 is 10. 10 times 11. So it works out very quickly. So 110, 110, 110. Very nice. So complete the table below with the correct names of the polygons. 5 sides, 5 vertices. So 5 sides has to be a pentagon. 4 sides, 4 vertices. I will let you all put what goes there because people usually make a mistake. There's a lot of these. Types of these will be called squares, rectangles, rhombus, kite, trapezium, rectangularity, parallelogram. They are called, the name for all of these 4-sided figures are called quadrilaterals. So you don't really want to put square or rectangle here. You want to put the broad name. Has 8 sides and 8 vertices. Well, we know we're dealing with an octagon here. And we keep it pumping. Average temperature in central Trinidad, 22. That kind of cool. For 4 days in the month of January. No. What part of central Trinidad? No. It'll be more like 28 or so. It start to get hot already in January. But anyhow, when 1 day's temperature was removed from the data, the average temperature remained at 22. So what kind of gymnastics going on with the temperatures here? So everybody kind of have an idea. Philip Holder wants us to know that he rolled a kitsune fruit. Philip, are you playing Roblox? I see supposed to be doing SEA maths. Philip? So what is going on here? I think everyone knows why it happened, but can you explain, can you put it into words? So I can put it into words if I use like the idea with the old sum, new sum, and then show when you subtract, you still get the same thing. Right? There is going to be a question in the exam somewhere around this number 2, maybe just before section 3, where you need to explain something. And you have to come up with a nice way to explain it. So let's see if I can come up with a quick way to explain this. For 4 days, the average is equal to 22. So the sum of all temperatures is equal to 22 times 4. It's 4 days, right? Equals 88 degrees. So for the average to remain the same, the new sum will have to be to the same average, 22 times 3, which is 66 degrees. So the removed temperature is 88 minus 66 equal 22. The average remain the same since the removed temperature was equal to the average. So that would secure the bag there. That would secure the bag. Now I can summarize this working a little better. I could have probably summarized the working and then state this. I didn't just want to state, like, although I think most of you all might have realized that, okay, the average is 22. They remove the average. I think you still want to come up with a better explanation, because you don't just want to write that and hope that you get 3 marks. So you want to be very clear in this. Now, they won't ask you this exact same question, but they're going to ask you to explain something, and you want to be very clear with it. If you could show a little calculations here and there, that will benefit and help secure the 3 marks. All right, so let's keep pumping. Name the solid below. Wrong answers only. Wrong answers only. What is this solid? I'll post some of the answers that you'll put. But of course, it's a cylinder, right? But if you get that wrong in the exam, you need to reevaluate your years in primary school. How many edges are in this solid? How many edges are on this solid? 1, 2, cube, square, square base, pyramid. Edges, we have clearly 2 edges. I like Nival's answer. Nival say that is a orange. Rhombus, it's a barrel. It's a trapezoid. No, well, of course it's a cylinder, right? I said wrong answers only. So cylinder, 2 edges on a cylinder. Moving on into section 3 now, toughest part. Dylan wants to purchase a car he borrowed. Oh, so we've seen some simple interest showing up here. Yes, new topics. Calculate simple interest, you must pay back on the loan. Well, simple interest is, I always say this is the formula that everyone in the Caribbean memorizes. Somehow, even people who are not so good in maths, I ask them this formula way after they finish maths. And principal by rate by time over 100. I don't know. Teachers do a good job pounding this formula into everybody's mind. So 32,000 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 8 over 100. Let's make sure I substitute the right things. I think I did. Cross, 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 cross. 7 by 8 is 56. I have the unfriendly job of multiplying 320. Yes, by 7. 0, 14, 1, 7, 3, 21, 22. And then I have to multiply it by 8 now. 0 to the 2 put the 3 here. So 32, the 3 went there. 8 2s are 16 and 3 is 19. 1 goes there. 8 2s 16, 1 7. So I'm getting 17,920. 17,920 is the simple interest. Once they give you simple interest, please look out for this word. They may throw this right after, and they almost guaranteed to bring a simple interest question this year because they know they're bringing it back in its full 40. So look out for this. Once you get the simple interest, look out for the amount. Parents, make sure they know this follow-up formula. Sometimes you could be tricky as a math teacher and do stuff with this formula, right? So amount is, so practice so you have the idea inside out. The amount is always the principal plus the simple interest. Now, interest, if you see a question with interest, excuse me, it's usually with loans or borrowing, but it's not unusual for simple interest to be used in an investment question. So it could be an investment question, right? So look out for that. So the answer is 49,920 when I add that up. Dylan repaid the total amount, which is this, in equal monthly installments. How much did he pay? Now, you may be wondering what is the time of equal monthly installments. I need to know how many months to divide by. Well, that was given. They told us it's 8 years. 8 years. So the time is 8 years. And the amount to repay was it 49,920? 49,920? 49,920. So how much must he repay each month? So each month he will have to pay 49,920. I'll have to divide by the 8 years and 12 months in every year. So this is Christmas. What have you done? Do I really need to do this, boy? I'll do that for me now. I'm really feeling update. I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm using the mic to blow my nose, and they'll just give me some answers by the time I come back. All right, so to note, now the answer is, excuse me, $520 according to these people. Wait, this divides so easily? So nice, this divide? I'm feeling to check it out. It was 12 months, 8 years, yeah. So let's do 8. Let's do the whole 8, since I was saying it went down so nice. 8 goes into this 6 times remainder 1. Wait, didn't I use that 8 sometime to multiply this just now? Oh no, that's up here. I thought I could get a shortcut them there. So 8 goes into the 6 times remainder 1. 8 goes into 19 2 times remainder 3. And 8 goes into 32 4 times. And can we get away just using the 12? Let's try the 12. 12 into this 1. 12 goes into 60 5 times remainder 2. 12 goes into 24 2 times. So you got away with some quick reducing here. Congratulations. Thanks for doing all the hard work, guys. You already showed them. A snow cone and 2 popsicle costs $42. A snow cone and 7 popsicle costs $107. Calculate total cost of 2 snow cones and 2 popsicles. Hold up. I'm not too sure this question is SEA. So we have a snow cone. So let's call it 1 snow cone plus 2 popsicles equal $42, right? 1 snow cone plus 7 popsicles equal $107. So what's the difference here? What is the, all right, this is SEA. I thought they was giving you a simultaneous equation with no SEA tricks in it. So it does have a SEA trick. So you don't need to do algebra. This is setting up like I'm about to do simultaneous equation for algebra, but I don't need to because the number of snow cones didn't change. So there's another one that they bring where you can subtract the two, which is another SEA trick with simultaneous equation. I actually have it in the Student Hub handbook. How many of you all have the SEA Maths handbook? So this is another one. I should throw this one in the SEA Maths handbook that I'm writing up right now. Guys, I'm really delaying on writing that. Originally, it was supposed to launch for the new cycle. By July, we'd have it out. But the book's sold out so fast, I was trying to pull it up to see if I can get in some before the exam reach for you all. But it looks bleak. It looks bleak. So the difference here, so the trick with this question is what you want to say is the difference. The only difference between this purchase and this purchase is 5 popsicles. Do you see it? They added 5 popsicles here. So from this, I know 5 popsicles has to be the difference in the money spent here. And from that, you can figure out everything. How many of you all understood that trick? So that's what you have to look out for in these, they call them simultaneous equations questions. So there's a simultaneous algebraic equation given here. It's given in word format, so we're not using algebra. I use a little algebra connotation jargon here to write out what is happening. But the key for SEA students is to spot the difference in the two. Usually it might be a subtract both of them. But in this case, the only difference is 5 popsicles. So it's those 5 popsicles that made the price go from $42 up to $107, which is $52. Which is I don't know how much that is. 2 from 7, 5, $65. Sorry. So since 5 popsicles cost $65, we can figure out everything. Since 5 popsicles cost $65, this question has now become easy. Then 1 popsicle will be 65 divided by 5, which is $13. This 65 divided by 5 is a very popular thing in SEA. 5 times 13 is 65. Very popular. Like every exam I always seen 65 divided by 5 is 13 or 5 times 13 is 65. So you might as well just know that really quick. So let's remove. So from this first situation, 1 snow cone plus 2 popsicles equal $42. That's basically 1 snow cone plus $13 is equal to 42. So I'm writing it in an algebra way here, which I don't want to do. So I want to put 2 popsicles is equal to, I'm working out for the 2 popsicles. 13 times 2 is $26. Now, why did I work out that? Because I want to subtract it from the 42 to find out how much is for a snow cone. So 1 snow cone, wow, is expensive. How much are they pay for snow cone in Trinidad? 42 minus $26. Not this amount of money. $16 for a snow cone earlier. I don't know the price of snow cone now. Apparently, I don't know the price of snow cone now because $16 in songing right. How much is a snow cone? Not $10 max, and I with milk. It's not 16. 16 if you're going a fat and they're selling the food. Or if you're on a boat or a cruise ship or some kind of thing and they're selling you some snow cone, you get paid that kind of $16. So 16 sounds a little expensive there, bro. But anyhow, let's keep pumping. So 16 for the snow cone. 16 for the snow cone, and how much for the popsicle again? 13 for the popsicle. So new color now, new color. So 2 snow cones plus 2 popsicles is the same as 2 13s, already established that, plus 2 16s. 26 plus 32, $58. $58. So do you understand how to solve questions like this if you see it in the exam now? 10 with milk, 8 without milk for a snow cone. Snow cone is one of those words that has a different name in nearly every country. So in Trinidad, we call it snow cone. What do they call it in Guyana? Let me look it up. Yeah, so this is a snow cone. What do you call this in your country? What do you call excuse me. What is snow cone called in other Caribbean countries? No, Guyana is snow cone too. Sky juice. In Jamaica, they call it as in Grenada, they call it sky juice. Anybody from Grenada here can confirm that? Sky juice? I refuse to believe. Grenada, explain yourself right now. Explain yourself right now, Grenada. So in Trinidad, we call it snow cone. In Jamaica, snow cone or sky juice. Barbados, snowball. I can deal with snowball, snow cone. Sky juice. Haiti fresco. Frio. Interesting. I know it had a name for it somewhere. Sky juice, boy. All right, so let's go on into number 38. Grenadians, if you're coming any part of the Caribbean and ask for sky juice, people are going to be very confused. There are 300 snowmen in a box. In a box. Dana kept half of the snowmen, I'm just laughing at the comments, for herself and gave her sister Daisha 40% of the snowmen. The youngest sibling, Diana, now I will have you know that I know Dana and Daisha. And I know they have no younger sibling in Diana, so I need to show Dana and Daisha these questions. The youngest sibling, Diana, then receives 0.8 of the remaining snowmen. So while we having fun talking about sky juice, them was in the background cooking up a monstrosity of a question here for we. And they couldn't laugh too by paper by. So we have to try to do this question bit by bit. They started off with a total here, so that's nice. So this is one of the fractions and remainder questions with a double remainder. We did some of these earlier, right, when we were doing some topical revision. So 300 snowmen in a box. Dina kept half of the snowmen for herself and gave her sister 40% of the snowmen, the youngest sibling. So half went to Dina. 40% represents 4/5. Went to Daisha. So what is the remainder? 40% represents 4/10, 2/5. What am I saying? 2/5. So what is the remainder? Well, if half went to Dina, this is the same as 5 out of 10. And Daisha got 2/5, which is the same as 4 out of 10. So how much y'all think is the remainder? Basically, Dana and Daisha take all these snowmen and give the youngest sibling dregs. So 40% went this way, 50% went that way. So only 10% remains. So that's 1/10 went to that. No, sorry. They received 0.8 of the remaining snowmen. So Diana didn't even get the 1/10. Diana get 8 out of 10 of the 1/10. So I need to multiply this by 8 out of 10. So Diana got 8 out of 100, divide by 4, 4 out of 25. Poor Diana. No, sorry, divide by 2, 4 out of 50. If I divide by 4, this will be 2 out of 25. 2 out of 25. Why didn't alarm bell go off for me there is because 4 out of 25 is more than 1/10, and I know it has to be less than 1/10. So I made a mistake when I was dividing this. 4 into this 2, 4 into this 25. So 2 out of 25. 2 out of 25. So yeah, boy. Diana struck with 2 marks all other. How many snowmen did Diana receive? So snowmen will be 2 out of 25 times 300. So of course, 25 will go into 300. 3 times 4 times 12, and so 24 snow mints. So 24 snow mints, and it still goes on. If Diana sold these snow mints for $2 each, how much money would you make? So the question getting easier and easier. 2 times 24, 48. Basically, this question saying if you didn't get out the first part, no marks for you. So if you didn't get out this, struggle. And every other part is 1 mark. So it's not like you're going to get a PT mark for, doing correct working or something. Aaron, whoever, has 17.25 kilograms of metal. Wait, I'll leave out 1. Reach number 40 already. Time flies fast when you're having fun, boy. You use 5 kilograms. So read this question there. $48, right? Read this question. Why suggest send a message to a teacher? Yeah, time flies fast when you're having fun. He used 5 kilograms and 400 grams, 5 kilograms and 400 grams, 5 kilograms and 400 grams. I read it now 4 times over. To make a lamp and 3 kilograms, blah, 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 to make a pot. How much metal do you use altogether? So altogether now, 5, 3, 400, 950. Add this up. I know one winner come across there for sure because you go over. So this is going to be 350 and 9 kilograms, 350 grams. So far, so good. So this added up to 1350. I had to bring across the one. How much metal does he have remaining? So remaining, we need to get them a little subtractors. 0.25 is a quarter, which is 250 grams. So if we give them a nice little subtraction here, we're going to end up. What's going to happen? Right, we're ready to subtract, ready to perform. We're ready to perform. So 16, 125. So we're going to get like nice little 900 here, hopefully 900. And 16 minus 9 is 7 only. So 7, 900. Now they wanted it in this format, so I'm giving them back in that format. But yes, that is 7.9 kilograms. How many pots can Aaron make from the remaining metal? A pot. 3 kilograms, 950 makes a pot. You have 7.9 remaining. 3 kilograms, 950. Are real close. Are real close to 4, boy. $950 and $950 is how much? Not 19. He could make exactly 2. Because if I multiply this by 2, I will get if I multiply this by 2, this is 3.95, and if I multiply this by 2, I'm supposed to get exactly 7.90. That's so cool. 2 3s are 6 plus 1. So yeah, so 2 pots, you can make exactly 2 pots. Now that's strange for this question because usually what happens is when you multiply it, you get like 2 with a little remainder, and you have to ignore the remainder. That he make 2 exact pots with the remainder is fantastic. Just like that, we finish in a year. So anybody from my class here, if you're from my class, you know the drill. You know the drill. 3 o'clock. Check the WhatsApp group. We're gonna have a little session where we talk about how to memorize stuff and how you should be preparing for this last month. So organize yourself, take your little mini break, eat your food. And those of y'all who, that's the standard 5 class, right? So standard 5s. What else I wanted to say, boy? I don't think I wanted to say anything else. In the next week, back at it again with some more SEA mock exams. This was really good. I think there was only a problem in question 9 and question 11, or one of them there. And it is time to throw up some people upon the screen. Hit them the shout outs. Sponsored by Sky Juice. This shout out session is sponsored by Sky Juice, earlier. Sponsored by Sky Juice. Come on, get your shout outs. Get your name on the shout out wall. Here we go. Rachel, Vishal, Kari, who is new, Kai, Keshava, Anthony, Janaya, shout out to Holy Savior, Cureb Anglican Primary School, shout out to Eden from, are they trying not to tie your name and your school together now? Keelan, either shout out your school or your name. Don't give me your name, your school, your address, your ID card number, where you living, name of your parents, all them things. Oh, wow. That's some kind of respect for your privacy now, man. So, big up Sky Juice again. Shout out to Alan for 98% in mathematics. Vance River always making it, boy. Vishal, Natalia, Luca always making it. Ninja Ultimate, Hardbag in RC. Shavin. Kira, Belmont Gills. Shout out to, I can't even scroll. Every time I scroll, Christina, hello, I just saw you, right? Every time I scroll, it's just popping, so I can't scroll. So let's see what I caught here. I caught Tamara, Tion, Renika, anyone from Guyana, big up. Kyan, Azaya, Javier, Sokari, who's from my class, shout out to Sky Juice, Makeda, Eastern Boys Government Primary School, Luca Moore again, and Kalimore's Academy. How do you join your class? My SEA class is filled long time, so my SEA class fills up instantly. But you can WhatsApp the student up 3101-306. Put 868 for the area code. Sometimes you can add up a +1, but 3101-306 is the main number, and you WhatsApp that number and you can join the Student Hub classes. Anybody here from the Student Hub? If you're from the Student Hub, say hello from the Student Hub. All right, I think this is the last row here for today. Inside, we have OPrep, Samir. Samir, how are you always here? Sacred Hearts, Girls RC School, Cosmic. Shout out to Nyla Marie, Makaya, or Micah, mommy and daughter and Micah. Michaela, Andrea, Daniela. Hi, Daniela, what's up? Is this the Daniela I know? Safari and Kailash. Vedan, Sydney, shout out to the Student Hub, shout out to Sir Friday Maths class, Penal, Sir Friday Maths, yeah boy, Vedan boy. Excuse me. Sky Juice, Tishon, Shanice, Forest Reserve, Josette, Alika, Nelson Gills, Y'all, it was nice hanging around with you all, but I'm going to just prep up my stuff and get ready for the 3 o'clock session. I will send the link in the WhatsApp group. Love and blessings, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Till we meet again. See you next week. I press end stream and the stream's still going. So what really happening here?